Alright, so picture in your head this scenario. You're talking to your crush on Snapchat, right? And you think things are going well. You guys are talking a little bit, and then all of a sudden, something happens. You send her a message, and it takes forever for her to respond. You keep checking back on the app, only to see that that message hasn't been opened and replied to yet. And it starts making you feel nervous, because you wonder, what's she doing? Is she talking to other people? What's happening? You want answers. And then all of a sudden, maybe 2 hours pass by, you check back on Snapchat again, and what? She's opened it, and she hasn't responded. And most likely, it was a good question that you asked. This is just one scenario right here of getting left on open. Now this doesn't have to just apply to Snapchat, but I'm going to use Snapchat as a big example because that's pretty much a universal thing. So why does this happen? Why is this why? Why does this have to be the issue? I don't understand it. But yet, it always happens. And all that feeling that it leaves you, it just crushes you so hard because you think to yourself, does she not like me? What's the problem? Why won't she just come out and say it if she doesn't like me? Because I know that personally, if I was talking to somebody that I didn't like, I wasn't interested in the conversation, I would just go straight out and I'd be like, hey, dude, listen, I don't like you. You know, I would say it straight up. I'd be straight up with them because I'm an honest person. Now, I guess maybe for other people, they haven't really learned that lesson yet. They haven't understood that. That when you just ignore someone, when you show them, you've opened their message, or maybe you're on iMessage, you left them on red, that hurts. You know, say you ask somebody when you want to hang out, they leave you on open. You're like, alright, guess you're going off my friends list. It's the kind of world we live in. I just don't get it. I can just think of too many great scenarios. But this is also going to bring me to my other point right here, and that is the uninterest in a conversation. Now basically, this is just when you text someone and they'll respond with maybe like 1 or 2 words, and they'll even go as far as to shorten those words. They'll use like as little amount of letters as they can just to somehow like show minimal effort. And you're just thinking to yourself, like, is it really that hard for you to just type out the rest of the words? Or for that matter, to maybe just give me a chance. And then, who knows, maybe you'd like me. But, you know, maybe not. I mean, I remember, I used to be more of a forgiving person. I used to be more persistent. You see, now when somebody pulls that crap, I'm just kind of like, oh, well, you don't seem very interested in the conversation. Well, guess what? Fuck you! That's kind of what I say nowadays, because I don't have as big of a patience level as I did maybe back 6 months or even a year ago. Now I'm just kind of like, you're not interested in the conversation? Oh, well, fuck you! Maybe I'm being a little too harsh. You know, maybe sometimes people just have problems with, you know, getting themselves out there, and they don't really know how to express themselves to new people. You know, I get that. The worst scenario ever, and in case you're wondering, yes, I have been through this experience personally, is when maybe you're talking to a girl on Snapchat, there's some minimal interest, it's like kind of there, kind of not, and somehow she actually agrees to hang out with you, which, that's amazing right there, you know, just to be able to be in the presence of someone that you know is like the head cheerleader or something at their school. Like, I mean, that's pretty great, you know? But then, when you're actually there, hanging out with this person, they're just on their phone the whole damn time. And, you know, maybe you get a little nosy, maybe you kind of look over, and they're like writing full paragraphs on Snapchat. They're like texting out full paragraphs and stuff to their friends, or possibly to boyfriends. You're just like, are you fucking kidding me? You know, because you're just like, you devote that much time to that person, what does that person have that I don't have? It's a scenario like that. Now maybe I'm making this a little too personal, but I feel like that there's somebody out there in this audience that knows exactly what I'm talking about. You know, just a regular guy that's trying to be nice and make some conversation, and the person on the other end just can't even get their shit together to text out 3 full words. They have to abbreviate everything. I just don't get it. How have we gone from a society in which we would handwrite letters to each other like Shakespeare to this kind of thing now where we just text like a couple letters to one another and pass that off as anything? I'll never be like that. I'm always very detailed when I message people. I have a high expectation, and I expect others to have a high expectation as well. Because when I'm texting like 5 or 6 lines worth of text on Snapchat to someone, I usually expect something about the same back versus just a LOL or a yee. But that's typically what you get because, you know, there's no point in even trying anymore with some of these people. So basically, where I was trying to go with all this is that getting left on open, left on read, it sucks. You know, it really does. Maybe I'm getting a little more personal with this video. But like I said, I'm sure there's gotta be people out there that can relate to me. It's a horrible thing. You know? If you're really uninterested in someone, just tell them straight up. Be straight up with them. Be honest. I can say that I appreciate honesty. And I'm sure there's a lot of other people out there that do too. So for all you openers and unresponders out there, watch this video. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe it'll help change you for the future. Thank you all, and have a good night.